Hi everybody, we are here with our math again and our 3D shapes. I hope the first lesson went well for you and you were able to understand a little bit of what makes a 3D shape a 3D shape, or three-dimensional is another way of saying it. We are here again with more practice on the same thing. So if you're not understanding yet, it's okay. We have plenty of time to keep learning about them. Don't be overwhelmed or scared or nervous, because we are going to work on this together and we're going to get it perfectly fine together. So today we are working on topic 14, lesson 7. This is what our page looks like. And we are on page 784. Go ahead and get your packet ready if you don't have it. And then if not, go ahead and pause the video and we will get started with our robot. So lots of similar things from the last time that we watched this video as well.
Are these all the same kind of 3D shape?
Let's find out.
How are these shapes alike?
Let's think about it. How are these shapes alike? How are these similar? Let's see how they're similar.
They all have 6 faces, 8 vertices, and 12 edges. How are these shapes different? They are different colors and sizes. They are also in different positions. We define 3D shapes by the shape and number of faces or flat surfaces, and by the number of edges and vertices. How can you define a rectangular prism? It is a shape that has 6 faces, 8 vertices, and 12 edges. Are all of these shapes rectangular prisms?
Select your answer.
Are they all rectangular prisms? Think about it. Do they all have 6 faces, 8 vertices, and 12 edges? Yes, they do. Great job.
Yes, they all have the traits needed for rectangular prisms. Why are these shapes not the same kind of shape? One shape has no flat surfaces, some have no vertices, and some have no edges. The flat surfaces on one shape are rectangles, and on another are circles. Color does not define shapes.
So even though all of these are the same color, they're not the same shape. These flat surfaces on a rectangular prism, the flat surfaces or the faces on here are made up of squares and rectangles. This flat surface is made of a circle, so they have lots of differences.
Just because shapes are the same size or color does not mean they are the same. These shapes are all green, but there is a rectangular prism, a sphere, and a cylinder. Color does not define shapes. What is each of these shapes? How do you know?
Okay, what shape are all of these? All 3 of these shapes are the same thing. What shape is it? Rectangular prism. Good job.
Each of these shapes is a rectangular prism. All of the shapes have 6 faces, 8 vertices, and 12 edges. Are all of the rectangular prisms facing the same way? No, they are not all facing the same way. Are all of the rectangular prisms the same size? No, they are not all the same size. Does size or position determine if the shapes are rectangular prisms?
So remember, position means the way something is laying. So some might be laying, this way, or like this, or like this, or like that. Any way that it's laying, it's still going to be the same shape. So if it's laying a certain way, does it make it a different shape? No. Does the size of it, what if it's something that's really small or really big? Like here I have this really big can, and here I have this small can. They're still the same shape even though their sizes are different.
No. Color, size, and direction don't define a shape. Some things about these shapes are different, but they are all rectangular prisms.
All right, so that is our video for today. So we're going to go ahead and take out our packets, and we again are on page 748. That is where our, 784. And you can go ahead and do this part on your own time. Again, up here it's just explaining what we just learned in our video. We are going to go ahead and turn to page 785, and we will be working on number 4 down here on the bottom. Again, you guys can do this on your own time when the video is over. We're going to be working on number 4. So number 4, it says, Kevin wants to build a wall. Circle the 3D shape or shapes he could use to help him build the wall. So let's think. What type of shape is a wall? Sometimes it's rectangular, sometimes it's square. Are those flat surfaces? Could they use a cone to build a wall? Could they use a cone with a square? Could they use a rectangular prism that has rectangles and squares? Or could they use a sphere? Well, a wall is definitely flat, so we need something that has flat shapes. And I don't ever see walls that have one vertex. They normally have lots of vertices. So I'm going to go ahead and circle my cone and my rectangular prism because that would help to build a wall. So your paper should look like this. If you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. I am going to move on, and we are turning our page to page 786. Let me turn my pages to 786, and we are going to be working on number 5 right here. It should look like this, number 5 up at the top. Now, number 5 has 2 parts. First, it's asking us a question where we're going to circle yes or no. And the second part is asking us to draw. So number 1, it says, the first part of number 5, we're on number 5, the first question. It says, do all cubes have the same number of edges? So if I have this cube and this cube and any other cubes that I want, do they all have the same number of edges? Let me count. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so this cube has 12 edges. Let's try this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This one has 12 too, so they both have 12 edges. So do all cubes have the same number of edges? Yes, so we are going to circle yes right here. Now down here it says draw or explain, draw a picture or explain to show how you know. I think I'm better at drawing than I am at writing. So I'm going to draw a little picture of a cube, a little cube, and then I'm going to draw a picture of a big cube. So first for my little cube, I'm going to draw a little square just like that. Then I'm going to put some lines going backwards from my corners. like this. Now I'm going to connect these lines with my edges. So now I have a little cube. And I'm going to do the same thing for a big cube. So this one is going to show that a big cube and a little cube both have the same edges. So first I start with a square, then I draw my lines backwards, just like we did for the small one. And now I'm going to connect these lines with some more edges. So this is showing me that they both, a small one and a big one, both have the same amount of edges. All right, if you need more time, you can go ahead and pause the video. Otherwise, we are moving on to number 6. Number 6 says, Steve says that both of these shapes are the same because they both have 6 faces and both are purple. Do you agree? Well, first off, are these the same shape? No, this is a cube and this is a rectangular prism. On a cube, all the sides are squares. On a rectangular prism, some sides are squares and some are rectangles. So this is not the same shape. So we're going to write no. A cube has 6 square-sided shapes. So I put, no, a cube has 6 square-sided shapes because they're squares. And we're going to write, but the rectangular prism does not. The rectangular prism doesn't have 6 squared shapes. They only have 2 squared shapes. The rest are rectangular shapes. Okay? So, but the rectangular prism does not. But it says that both of them are purple. Does color tell me if they're the same shape? No, just because they're the same color doesn't mean they're the same shape. So we are going to write color does not matter. So it doesn't matter what color the shape is, it can still be a different shape. So even if I have a sphere that's pink and then a cone that's pink, they're not the same shape just because they're both pink. So here's what we wrote. Color does not matter. And you can go ahead and pause this video if you need more time to write this down, that is fine. You may go ahead and finish the rest of your homework for today, the rest of your math. I hope this video helped you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I will be talking to you guys soon. Bye.